Kimball Cho, played by Tim Kong. Then, 35. Now, 53. Patrick Jane, played by Simon Baker. Then, 38. Now, 56. Grace Van Pelt, played by Amanda Righetti. Then, 25. Now, 40. Lorelei Martins, played by Emmanuel Creaky. Then, 37. Now, 51. Wayne Rigsby, played by Owain Yeoman. Then, 30. Now, 48. Erica Flynn, played by Morena Baccarin. Then, 32. Now, 47. Michelle Vega, played by Josie Loren. Then, 27. Now, 39. Jason Wiley, played by Joe Adler. Then, 20. Now, 33. Marcus Pike, played by Pedro Pascal. Then, 39. Now, 51. Luther Wainwright, played by Michael Rady. Then, 30. Now, 45. Madeline Hightower, played by Anjana Ellis. Then, 41. Now, 57. Brenda Shetrick, played by Rebecca Wisicki. Then, 39. Now, 55. Virgil Manelli, played by Gregory Itzin. Then, 60. Passed away in 2022, at age 74. J.J. LaRoche, played by Pruitt Taylor Vince. Then, 50. Now, 66. Craig O'Loughlin, played by Eric Winter. Then, 34. Now, 50. Dennis Abbott, played by Rockman Dunbar. Then, 40. Now, 53. Gail Bertram, played by Michael Gaston. Then, 47. Now, 64. Summer Edgecombe, played by Samaire Armstrong. Then, 31. Now, 46. Teresa Lisbon, played by Robin Tunney. Then, 36. Now, 54. Carl, CBI agent, played by Carl Sonnenberg. Then, 53. Now, 67.